What are the documents that Google needs in order to verify your Google business profile? You're probably watching this video because you went through the verification process and Google said, we need more information in order to put you through. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly what those documents are. You don't need all of them in order to make it through their verification process. There is a hierarchy I'm going to line out. And I also want to alert you to, in the description below this video, there's a link to our Google Business Profile Verification Toolkit. Inside of there is all the information I'm covering in this video and more for the entire Google Business verification process. Make sure that you get set up correctly. So check that out. So first up, what is the documentation that is most important that Google's looking for? It's your articles of incorporation or a DBA from the Secretary of State in your state that tells Google the name of the business as you want it to be seen on Google. It's got to match, okay, the DBA or the articles of incorporation, and the operating address for the location that you're trying to get verified. So those two pieces of information need to be on that documentation and clearly on there in order to get through the verification process. That's the most important piece of documentation. The second most important piece of documentation is your lease or some kind of utility bill. I guess that's two different documents, but a utility bill that has the name of the business and the address on it. Same address as you're trying to get verified. This is very important. It's got to be the same name and the same address on the documentation. If they don't match, you're going to have problems. You don't need to put the LLC or the Inc. at the end of your business name on Google, but everything else has to match and be the same. So if you're adding words or you're changing a word in the name of your business, that's not going to fly, and it's likely going to get kicked back and rejected again. Okay, so that's like the number one rule. So first, we had the articles of incorporation or a DBA. Second, we have some kind of utility. So that would be your phone, your electricity, in the case of like a third piece of documentation, would be the lease. So the lease would cover the rent and have your agreement on there. It would have the name of the business. It would have the address on it. If it's just your name on it and the address, that's okay, because you have the articles of incorporation which name the business at that same address. Those three pieces of documentation are usually more than enough in order to satisfy Google's criteria. So I've even seen some things provided in the past, like inspection reports, like a fire safety inspection is something that has gone through the verification process. Anything else that has the business name as well as the address. So you think about your certificate of insurance, your general liability policy that you'd have on your business would be located at that address. Now, you might have a question here if you're trying to get verified at a home address. The same information is relevant, but I'll also include in the description below this video the differences in getting a home address verified versus a regular business location where customers can visit. Okay, so there are some nuances to it, but the same rules apply in terms of the documentation that needs to be provided. In summary, it has to be the exact business name as you're putting on Google. It has to be the exact same address that you're trying to get verified at, even if the address is not being publicly shown. It doesn't matter. Google knows where you're trying to get verified. It's matching your address to the GPS and the IP address of where you're doing the verification in order to make sure that everything is lining up. You might also be wondering, why all the hassle? Why is it so hard? Well, this system has been abused in the past by other marketing companies to generate leads and sell them to vendors. And so Google has really cracked down on this in the last couple of years and made it harder and harder to get verified. And that's why there's the video verification, there's the extra documentation and proof needing to be provided. And you might remember a time, if you've been in the game for a while, where they just used to send a postcard. Those times are over. I have not seen a postcard generated in a couple years. It's been all video verification. So if you got questions about this process, put them in the comments below this video. We'll do our best to respond to them in a timely manner. If you just want somebody to help you out with this and guide you through it, you can also click the links in the description of this video to book a time on our calendar or seek help through the contact form on the website. Just give us a phone call. With that being said, I appreciate you for watching this video. Hopefully it's helped you out in some way. I look forward to catching you on the next video Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching my video. If you like this one, you'll love some of the other videos we have posted here on our channel that help blue-collar business owners get more out of their digital marketing. So make sure to hit that subscribe button, check out the other videos. If you got questions or comments, post them below. I look forward to catching you on the next video. Bye for now.